evening, Patrick County. Welcome to another program, The People, the Places, the Performers of Patrick. Tourism is dedicated to promoting the county through print, video, and various products that showcase the beauty that we have here in this county. Patrick County is an excellent place to visit, live, love, and enjoy. We have everything here from primitive camping to five-star luxury, our history, outdoor tranquility, hiking, biking, and the beauty of the Blue Ridge Mountains make this a destination worth seeing. So come, get lost, and find yourself here. And today, we're blessed to be here with Cindy Hoback and Gary. I'm going to let them introduce yourself and let them tell you the name of their bed and breakfast and all that they have here, and we'll have a conversation with them because this, again, is one of the hidden gems we have here in the county. Cindy?
Okay, we've been here since 2003 at Wolf Creek Farm. We named it Wolf Creek Farm because Wolf Creek runs through property. And so we thought that was a good name, and we have a lot of wolf things on the property for people to enjoy. Nothing live, but you can pet it anyway. Honey, what do you think?
I like the name, and we determined at Wolf Creek Farm, if the bed and breakfast didn't pan out, we could still keep Wolf Creek Farm because we still farm, we have cattle and such, but the bed and breakfast has been hanging in there with us, I'll say that.
All right. Well, I want to say welcome. I should have said that first.
That's fine.
We've had an opportunity to take around and look at your property, and I tell you, Patrick, this is another, as I already indicated, another one of the hidden gems that we have here. They were gracious to give us a tour. As they indicated, they've got a lot of things that sort of, tie into the wolf thing. But let me get them to tell you some of the amenities that they have and some of the things they have here on the farm.
We have guest rooms, private guest rooms in the old part of the house that's 100 years old. Of course, it's all been completely redecorated and redone. I got to paint every room in that house while my husband was still working and hung up wallpaper border and made them theme rooms that are comfortable for our guests, and they can choose from the Meadowview Suite for a couple with a private bath, our No Place Like Home room, our Wizard of Oz room, and that one also has a private bath. You just have to walk down the hallway just a little bit to a very large bath and very private bath. So we have that, and then we have a little cottage on the property. A lot of the families like to bring their kids there because there's a private queen-size suite for the grown-ups and a bunk room for the kids with games and lots of things for people to do here. Campfires, fishing, hiking, just lazing around doing nothing if that's what you like to do.
And a tin roof on the deck, that's great when it starts raining.
Yeah.
I run down there and get there every time I can to sit.
Yeah, and we're very fortunate today, too. When we come out, we thought that we might get some rain.
Right.
But thank goodness the rain held off. One of the things they did do is mention, too, they did say you kind of have for those that are on motorcycles. And Gary was very, gracious to show us that. So you can to motorcycles as they come in.
That's good. My brother and I have ridden quite a bit in North Carolina and Virginia. One thing we look for is a place to have a motorcycle. That's everything motorcyclists look for. So there's a place to keep the motorcycle undercover. There's a lot of tools, air compressor, anything that might come with somebody's need when they're here. I also know areas around here that they can ride. We know service areas if they broke down, how to get a hold of them people, those places and locations. We've had numerous people. I didn't know whether you wanted examples, but we've had
tell us.
like occasionally we had a couple boys from Germany that rented bikes in New York. We're on our way to California, and they stopped at Wolf Creek Farm to see it, to spend some time with us.
Yeah, they like the washer and dryer too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's good. That's one of the things too, and I know we, as tourism, we try to promote a lot of different things in the county here. And sometimes we, the citizens that are here, don't really realize the beauty that we do have and what we do offer here in the county. And to Gary's point too, if you are riding on a bike and be able to actually get your bike off the road, get it inside a covered place. And one of the things that Cindy had mentioned too, that with a lot of the bikers that do come in, they have just a very minimal amount of things that they can carry with them, but they can actually come in and do their laundry on
Right.
site. You know, and that's unique for a bed and breakfast.
And there's no charge for that.
Yeah, okay.
We don't charge.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and we had, like I said, we had an opportunity, and I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but they also have a pool here as well too.
Right.
That's very unique also. And they've got a nice pond down back. Tell us a little bit the story, about the pond.
But this basically, it's a watershed lake. It's approximately 5 acres, and it's fairly deep. Really, the dam side and this side toward the house is the only one that's clear. The rest of it is really dense vegetation. There's a lot of wildlife down there. I usually see a deer down there drinking sometime a day. There's fish in there. There's catfish, bass, brim. I can't say somebody would catch something every time they went down there, but there are fish available if they're good fishermen. That helps.
That's good. That's
or
good.
fisherwomen. And we have fishing supplies. In addition to that, we keep fishing supplies, rod and reels. A lot of people bring their own. If they bring their own, I'm sure that they're professional fishermen. So I got to be careful with those. But if they come, but we have children's rod and reels and adults and then all those type of things.
And that's, again, you know, when you look at the uniqueness of it, I know a lot of places they offer you a place to lay your head, offer you a place to sleep, and that is great. And that's one of the things too. I just wanted to mention to everyone that's listening to that. You know, right now on our Lodging Association grouping that we have a little over 70 different places so far that's been listed that's considered lodging, you know, overnight lodging, because we don't have a hotel in the county as a big chain hotel as of yet here in the county, and you know we're working towards that. We know we are thankful for what we do have, but with the 70 different entities that we have here, all of them are unique. And Gary and them gave us a tour of the place. They've got and one thing about it is it's like being at grandma's. It's like being at home.
That's true.
And I say being at grandma's not to say that, you know, in a negative way, but it's cozy. It's family. You can feel it. And again, a lot of times, you know, when you're in Patrick County, you go out and we want to stay at different places, but we really don't know what we have here. And, you know, one of the big things now is staycations. Some of the information that I've been reading online, and we talk about it, this is the continuation of what they call revenge traveling, where people have been cooped up so long for COVID that they want to get out now. Did y'all have, during the COVID, did y'all have some people that come in even when COVID was in?
We stayed open, and I'm a retired registered nurse. I'm really big on cleanliness and making sure that everything is clean, and we had masks for people. We had gloves if they needed it, hand sanitizer. I changed mattress covers between each guest and made sure that the beds were clean and everything was that there were no germs being spread. So people were allowed to wear their mask if they wanted to, and if they didn't want to, that was okay too. So we let them show us what they needed, and so we provided that for them. But in fact, I still change mattress covers now. It's gotten to be a habit.
That's good. And you know, they were talking about you might have to go down the hall to the bathroom in one of the rooms they have. But as we were touring the place and we were looking at it, they've got 2 robes that's on the back of the door, so you don't have to go in your night attire to the bathroom. They do supply your robes for it here too. But it's such a nice, unique, tranquil, and I'm pretty sure if you're really listening, you could probably hear the wind chimes in the back. We've been very blessed that the rain did hold off, got a little breeze going now. But this is just another phenomenal place here in the county that we do recommend. We highly recommend that if you're looking for something, tell family, friends, and guests and everything out on it. How much acreage do you have just in this part? I know you probably have more than that, but when the people come in between you said it was a little cabin down below, and then the house here, and then the 2 in the room, but how much do you have here for the kids to play?
The total is 105, but there's plenty of trails through the woods. Basically, somebody to be here would be at least 10 acres in this general area.
That's awesome.
One amenity that we failed to mention, but somebody stays at least a couple nights, besides the campfire and the marshmallows. We have hay rides, and I don't care how old they are, they seem to like hay rides, especially when we go through the dark woods. They seem to like that. But one thing that Cindy and I rely on as much as anything else is our repeat customers. We are so blessed. We have seen kids grow up from that to college or go to the
We
military.
went to a wedding for one of them
Yeah, just
last year.
Just
Oh,
last
okay.
year.
And we watched her grow up here.
Yep.
And
So
that
some
was
of
a
your
wonderful-
guests that you got really good and familiar with,
Right.
y'all actually went to see them get married.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that's
yeah.
awesome.
They invited us to the wedding.
And some of them are like family, and you
Yeah.
almost hate to charge them.
yeah,
but-
yeah. Almost hate to.
You,
Oh,
you
yeah,
wish your
okay.
family would pay.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, I do give a discount for return guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give a 10% discount.
And military.
And military and pastors.
Pastors.
And medical personnel all get a discount.
Awesome.
So,
Well, good.
yeah.
Well, how long have this actually been established as far as what you're doing
We moved here in 2003 and started the business in 2004.
in 2004 and grown
Yeah.
from what you have now, and y'all just started, just keep renovating and doing new things here on
Yeah,
it?
we do.
Okay,
The
that's
best we can.
And we don't want to be too big. We'd like to keep it
Yeah,
where we can manage it, because we are, as Cindy tells everybody, we're the staff.
yeah, yeah.
And we get calls at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, which is
Yeah.
abnormal, but they think they're talking to somebody at a desk.
Yeah,
But she handles them all.
yeah.
She's a very good business person.
That's awesome, and you know that's one of the things again. To reiterate what you just said there, it is the hands-on approach that a lot of our bed and breakfasts and a lot of our Airbnbs and the overnight lodging, and it's a family thing, but they do a lot of their own, and that's a lot of work. So it's not something that someone just establishes something and lets somebody else run it. They are actually doing it, and that's why you have that personal feel, that home feel here to it. Is that if you have a problem, here are the people that's going to solve it for you while you're
let
here.
me tell you about one problem we had.
Go
We had a
ahead.
guest that had a heart attack down in the cottage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
And his wife came up. She didn't have a cell phone. And she knocked on the door and she said, "Doug doesn't look good." And I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "I think it's his hiatal hernia." And the nurse in me says, let's go check on this. And I was still on call at the hospital at the time, still had my uniform on. We went down to the house. I took one look at Doug and I said, "Show me where it hurts." And he goes, "Oh, it's me hiatal hernia, but it's hurting in my left arm." I said, "Gary, we're going to the hospital." I said, "Doug, get your shoes. Janie,
Wallet
get your
and everything,
purse.
yeah.
We're going now." Gary drove with them and I drove separate because if I was on call, I might have to stay. So I told Gary, I said, "If he quits breathing, you stop the car. We're doing CPR. Get him out of the truck. We're going to do CPR, okay?" Okay. So we went lickety-split. It's faster for us to take him than it would be to call 911.
really.
It would have taken the county 45 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
We didn't have 45 minutes. We got him in there in 10 minutes. And the doctor called me back later and he said, "Look at this EKG. What do you see?" I said, "Boy, it's all over the place." I said, "I don't know what you call that." He said, "I don't either." He said, "This man should be dead." And he had to quadruple bypass and wait for us the next day.
He was
So-
in the hospital for like 18
And
days, wasn't
we
he?
took turns driving Janie to the hospital because she didn't want to drive in the United
didn't
States.
like driving.
They were from England, and she didn't like to drive here.
Yeah.
So we took turns driving her to the hospital. So if something happens and you're here, Gary's got the brains and I've got the heart, and
heart.
we put it all together. And so we do the best we can for all of our guests and let them feel at home, let them feel safe. And if something happens, we're here to help them.
All right. Now I don't know if any of you all are really listening to what she just said there or not, but she has a room that is set up like the Wizard of Oz. Now, you notice she said that he had the brain,
Yeah.
she has the heart. So,
I only had a brain.
yeah, well,
That was good,
Yeah, that's
James.
right.
That was really good.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you what, the room is phenomenal as well too. When you take a look at it with all the stuff that they have in it too, and it's so quaint. And I mean, I can just see you just going in and just laying and reading a book and just
Right,
sitting there and
right.
just really taking it all in and breathing it. And it's sort of like being at home. I know a lot of times when we're out vacationing, and me and my wife, we still love the hotel, the services and stuff, but sometimes you do really want to get away from all of the quote unquote retail aspects of travel or leisure vacationing. And this is so perfect because if you're staying down here, or if you're staying in the main house of one of the guest houses that they have here, guest amenities, then you can come out. Kim has some pictures that we're going to post a little bit later on. There's just to show you how much y'all do have here, and it's again, it's for kids. It's for it. They can come in, and you won't have to worry about them running out
Right.
in the middle of the street or
Right.
getting lost at the beach or something.
Right.
It's the country, quiet living that a lot of people are looking for, and it's really nice to have. And you said that you've had that story you told was from England, but what are some of the other places that you've had
Oh
people
gosh,
come from?
we've had people from Germany, India,
Israel,
Israel.
Australia.
Yeah, one of our guests from Israel, two couples, they went down to a restaurant in Mount Airy, and the restaurant owner was from the same part of the country. They all spoke Arabic, and they were speaking Arabic together at the table. And he stopped and said, in his language, "You're speaking my language." And he sat down with them and talked for about 30 minutes with them because they spoke the same language, and that was amazing for them. It was a real treat for them. But you're talking about kids. When we started the business, we went to some bed and breakfast 101 classes to learn what to do.
Charlottesville.
Yeah,
Charlottesville.
and people said, "You're going to have children at your bed and breakfast? Oh, they're going to tear everything up. Oh my goodness." We've never had a child tear anything up. We've had some grown-ups I was worried about, but we've never had a child tear anything up on the farm. They've been wonderful. They played, and we've got a playhouse out back behind the pool, and swings and slide, and all these acres. The kids can just run and play, and nobody's going to bother them here. They're safe here.
Yeah, and again with that. That again is a testimony to the region, a testimony to the area, to have those people and being able to find it. I mean, from all over the world to come here. And again, and I know sometimes when you hear me on this Facebook, you say, well, he's constantly doing this, but we have people sometimes that still post on their various websites, oh, there's nothing to do in Patrick County. There's no place to say. There's nothing to see. Well, I think sometimes what happens with, our locals, and now sometimes myself too when I was growing up, we have a tendency, we see all of this and we take it for granted. But it's like today when, and I'm very, very grateful to have Kim Rakes with us filming, and also my assistant here with me as well too, Grace Cooper, doing it. We come out and, we're not sure what we're going to see, but, we were interested and we've been here a while, and just hearing the backstory of how entrepreneurs and business people who are not just doing it for the money, but they're doing it to give back to the area, back to the people in here, and that's what I really like about it. And that's one of the things that just makes it so inviting here today as well too. And as I indicated too, we've got over 70 that's listed. There's several more out there, and what we're here to do is not only to promote Wolf Creek, but also just again to let you know that there are individuals out here that are providing services for the county, and the county, we should all again rally around them, help them, and continue to do what we can do to hopefully that they can continue to improve. Are y'all booked much this upcoming? Do y'all have any upcoming bookings in the?
Oh yeah, we're starting this weekend.
This is our season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since Memorial Day, it's our season.
Okay. Yeah.
Past Labor Day, but
we're open year round.
Yeah.
We've
had
had
them in February, Christmas. Somebody wants to get away for Christmas or something, so all times of year we've had them. Had yes.
Yeah, there's one other thing I forgot to tell you. Another one of our specials, you might say, if somebody has a death in the family, and they're having the funeral here, and they in Patrick County, and families coming from far away, and we've had we do a really reduced rate for families, and if a family wants to come back to say the cottage and spend time together, I make some muffins and coffee and provide a snack for the family at no charge, just to give them a chance to, catch their breath. And also, we do housing too, short-term, for medical personnel. If somebody's going to be in the area working in the hospital for a while or doing some hospital work or something, we work it out to give them a reduced rate, a long-term rate.
That's awesome.
To stay.
Yeah, because I was talking with a traveling nurse from Morrinsville, and I know that right now a lot of times our services we really have to use those as well sometimes. So it's good that you all, it's the thought in it that to really be able to help out. It's just a way to again to give back to the community and all. And I would just tell you that if you are looking for a place to stay, you may not be able to get booked if they're booked, but hey, put that on your to-do list to actually get out and check out our website as well too, not just Facebook, and see we have them listed there as well, and many others out here in the county too. So that's awesome. And again, to see Who would have thought we have that many people coming through Patrick County from the various places? But again, that's why we say, come get lost and find yourself
Right.
here,
Get
because there is so much. 400 and some 60 square miles that we have here in the county, and we've got everything from little nooks and crannies to, and as I say, we have everything here from 5-star luxury, which is Primland, and everybody
Right.
knows it's Primland, and we're very thankful for them as well too.
Absolutely.
But again, these, and I don't want to say mom and pop, but these really mom and pop Stacy's here who are doing everything that they can to, to give back and of giving people a place to go, letting them see that, and this is a working for him too. Gary, he stays pretty busy. He's got some things he said he's going to be working on, but if you're on a motorcycle and you planning here to stay and something happens, his shop, you should be able to get it fixed. You should be able to take care of it and get you back on the road. So again, we're very thankful for them for having us out here today, and thankful for them to inviting us and showing us and just seeing it. And again, just reminds me so much of my grandmother, my great grandmother's house.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Miss Pilson.
That's good.
And yeah,
That's
and
good.
it's good to see. Y'all have any final things y'all just like to say? Just
I would say, since we've started, Cindy has what do you call them? Books in each room.
Oh,
journals.
a journal,
Yeah,
Journals.
a guest book. where
I'd
they
have to
can
say
sign in
that
there.
it thoroughly amazes me the people who take the time and write such. I don't even know who this Cindy and Gary is they're writing about, but that take the time to write the things that they do and what this place meant to them.
Yeah.
And
It makes me
just,
cry sometimes.
Yeah, it actually does. And but it's that's another thing. And we go back all these years. You can go back and just read them all. And I think some of the people that stay, they go back and read the others that were here before them.
yeah,
And they'll say, I agree with so and so.
that's good.
So that's one good point that she started from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's good, and it's always a way to see the progress that you have
Mhm.
made and
Right.
the things that you do, and impacting people's lives. And sometimes that people don't really maybe not think about that or think about how you really, yeah, they're coming out here for a vacation, they're coming out here to a wedding, but really the place that you stay really can make the difference in that.
It can make or break
Yeah,
it.
make or break you. So we're very, very fortunate again for the county to have you here doing what you're doing on this side. Seem like way back out yonder in the pawpaw patch, as they say. But but that's what we're looking for, that tranquility. I mean, it's like sitting here now with this breeze, and and the wind chimes, and don't want to doze off. Yeah,
dog.
like the dog.
And
The dog said, "Hey,
old Chief laying there,
check
taking
out.
it all in, yeah.
Taking it all in." But Gary and Cindy, I do thank y'all for letting us do this
Thank you,
opportunity
James.
here.
We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
And putting
Thank you
that
very
out
much.
too, and
Yeah.
hopefully your business will continue to grow. And I know it will. I mean, you said what year did y'all say y'all started?
2004.
2004. So well established, and that right there means a lot. And you will get a nice, good personal feeling when you get here. So come out to now. Say the full name again, because we have it listed as Wolf Creek
Farm.
Wolf Creek Farm,
Right.
and
Bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast, and some of it you may see says motorcycle as well, but they
Motorcycle
are
Manor, yeah,
motorcycle
that's it.
manor as well too. But they can cater to you, and that's the main thing. So again, we thank you, Patrick County, for those who listen to us today. And again, this is another broadcast of the people, the places, and the performers of Patrick. This is the third in the series. We got a little busy in the month of May, and we'll probably have another program later on this month. We'll pick another place, another performer, or another person in the county to talk to. But this is a hidden gem. And when I say hidden, I mean it's private. And matter of fact, when they said turn off the road there, I was like, "Are we sure we're right?" But you got to trust GPS. But again, don't trust it too much, because there's been some
That's right.
crazy incidents with
That's
GPS lately,
right.
I've heard.
That's right.
But anyway, it's very private, picturesque. When you think farm, when you think quiet, when you think secluded, when you think really being able to get away and find some peace, you're going to see it here. But again, Gary and Cindy, thank y'all for letting us
Thank
come out.
you.
For
Thank
that.
you.
Thank my production crew here for being with us today. We
Yeah.
got a phenomenal crew with tourism, and I
Sure
can't
do.
thank them enough for what
Yeah.
they do and all. But just another opportunity. So, Patrick, if you're looking for a place to stay, check them out on their website, our website. We got a link there to them. Come out, see it, enjoy it, and thank y'all very much. And
Thank you.
again, much success.
Thank you so
One
much.
last thing,
All right, thank you.
and that is, if it wasn't for the good people of Patrick County, so many of our guests talk about what a great place you live.
Yeah, they do.
Somebody stopped me, where are you from? They just talked to them. I started a conversation. They said, these people are great around
Yeah.
here. We said,
Yeah.
we got good people.
That's
Patrick
right.
County.
Yeah, and that's
There
what, and you know, that's so, and to it, I don't want to be too long, but I know that that's what a lot of people when they travel in, especially if they're overseas or from some of the northern or outlying states, to still go down the road, see somebody pass by,
That's
and
right.
throw your hand.
That's right. That's
That
what they
lets
do.
you know that you're in
You're
a
in a good
different
place.
part, a different one.
Different
That's
part
right.
of the
That's
world.
why we say you need to come get lost.
Come get lost in
and find
Patrick.
yourself
There you
here.
go.
All right.
We'll sing a song to that.
That's right.
Put it to music.
There
yeah.
you go. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
y'all again.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the tour. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting us come out. And again, Patrick County, we are very appreciative of the beauty that we have here. And at any time that tourism can maybe assist to give you some ideas, just keep us in mind. You see our names out there a lot. You know the way to get a hold of us. And thank you. And again, one more episode, and we're very appreciated of the people, the places, and the performers of Patrick. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Take care.